Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and today I'm going to continue my series of tropical, island, Hawaiian kinds of soaps. And it started with the tiki punch, and then I made the tiki soaps, and then I made the coconut soap, I made the puakini soap, and now I'm making this cherry volcano soap. And it's based on a remake. I made this soap and I called this Cherry Volcano way back when, and I would show you the making of this soap, but I realized that I made this probably about 8 years ago before I started to make the videos. But it still has its scent. So one of the things that I do, and I'll show you right now, I used to collect one bar from each one of my soaps as just sort of like a catalog of how I grew and what designs I've made so far. But now I'm running out of space, so I decided that I took some good pictures of those and used the soaps. So fascinating to find how long soap stays like a great soap. And as a matter of fact, I've heard that the longer you keep a soap, it just becomes a milder soap. That might be not so true, but the soap is still great. So let's show you how I made this next volcano soap, and I hope to make a few more Hawaiian-based themed soaps after this one, so stay tuned, and let's get started right now. Okay, so I'm going to do this volcano part of my soap. I just basically split my batter and lye accordingly, so that I could have a more liquid pour over the volcano once I'm finished making it. Just making sure all the oils and hay is mixed up well there in the batter. This goes my portioned out lye solution. Now the volcano part can be a little more thick, because I want to layer it. The sky is going to be more liquid, so it fills in around the volcano. Okay, I can still blend that some more to a light trace once I get the fragrance in there. And that's my mix of cherry and some other fragrances to get what I think would be a nice volcano scent, minus the scent of sulfur, of course. Okay, so that is just about a light trace, so I'm not going to do any further blending until I get my colors poured. Then I can thicken it up to what I'd like to have it, the consistency like. I'm basing this design on another soap that I called Cherry Volcano before, but I've kept a bar of that and got another idea to make it a little bit more complex. So this part's going to start off like the other one did with a tiger swirl. Okay, so let's get these blended up. So I altered the colors so that it won't be so much contrast, so it doesn't look too busy. Okay, so now let's just stir these. Nice consistency right now. I think I want a little bit more contrast. My batter's behaving, so I can do some more work on it. A little more of a light color for this one. That's better. So now this lighter one's a little bit more thick than the other, but it's going to be fine. Perfect for this pour. Okay, I've got more of the dark, so I'm going to pour that first. Pouring more of the dark than the light since I have more dark. And the reason why I'm making this in two separate soap batches, even though it's from the same batch, is because this has to set up so I can shape it first. And if I made the soap at the same time, by the time this hardens, the other part of the batch would harden too, so. I know I'm making a mess. It's just the nature of this pour. You want to get it in without taking too much time. I tend to be pretty messy anyway. It would destroy the effect I'm going for if I kept any of this for the top. So that's why I want to get it all in there. Oh my god, look at that mess. And that's about the amount of contrast that I wanted in this part of the soap. So I'm glad I added a little bit of that icicle mica to lighten up that one pink. This is the same formula of a batter that really started to accelerate on my other soaps. Basically soaping at the same temperature, so I'm pretty sure that it was the fragrance responsible for the accelerations in the last couple soaps I made on video. And I want that to stiffen up a bit. See how we're doing. Well, I'm going to start. That's not as thick as I want it, but I'm going to get it away from the sides a little. Lets me check on how thick this is too. Okay, I'll come back in a bit to do that some more. Okay, that's been about 7 minutes. Just enough time for me to clean up my mess, because I'm going to make more of a mess with the sky part. This is perfect. So let me dig into that more. I'm really going down deep down the sides. That's what I want. Let me go and get the rest of my batter and continue with what I'm doing. I'll check the temperatures. 72. My lye is a little warm, but I think I'm going to use it anyway. And I already have my colors for the sky laid out. Just loosening up the oils. Let's get the lye in there. Everything's labeled so I can kind of have some control over my memory here. Fragrance oil. And this was a real test of ratios to make sure that the batter was consistent, even though there's two sections of different amounts. Okay, that's beautiful. Pour my smaller amount first. I'll mix that last, and then divide up this Clyde blue in a darker version of that, almost black. I used a combination of activated charcoal and mica to get that dark color. And use my frother to do the small amount in the cup. Stir that a little bit. That was just 2 shakes of dog's tail. And let's bring the volcano back. I really love those soapers that make that bright moon in the middle of their soaps. I didn't really want to copy that. I know my friend Valerie, she just makes beautiful soaps like that. Some other of you make that soap. But I like that dark background with the middle being different, so I thought this would be my version of that idea. Tap that down. And do a drop swirl right in the middle. I think what I want to do actually is do a little bit of a chopstick swirl right on the top. I'm not going to dig too far down. I don't want to hurt my volcano. We never want to hurt our volcanoes, do we? I do want to give this a good tap down. I really can't wait to unmold this one. If you wanted to try this method, I'm going to send out a big word of caution there, is that unless your math is in really tip-top shape, you better really be careful, because you don't want one part of your soap to be really heavy on the lye, mostly heavy on the lye, because if one side is heavy on the lye, the other part's going to be light on the lye. So the light on the lye, well, it might be a little soft, and that's kind of too bad, but the part that's heavy on the lye would be not so good for the skin, so gotta be careful. Measure everything twice, check all your calculations. Okay, so now I just have a little bit of gold. Well, just really portion things out pretty well, considering all the moving parts on this. Probably some swirls like that it would suggest the smoke above the volcano. I've kind of got a island theme going on lately in my soap with the tikis and poor Kenny Kenny soap, but that's okay. I really like having a theme. I think I want to bring in the sides a little bit. So we'll bring you back for the cut. So I looked at this top and I thought, you know what, that's kind of not so vibrant. And I thought of the idea of the volcano and thought it's okay if I add a little bit of bright molten color to the top. So I'm going to do it. Just a little bit. Which means that I want to swirl that in a little. There. That looks red hot. Okay, now we'll bring you back for the cut. So there's a little hint of the general look of the volcano. And let's see what this turned out to look like. Wow. I was wondering whether that light gold would look like some smoke coming out of the volcano. And I think it does. And it turns into this fiery top right there like that. I'll leave a link to the first time I made the cherry soap, or it might have been when I made that. Oh, don't bring that one back. I like that cloud effect right up there. This might have been when I made, before I started making videos, I made a soap called Cherry Volcano. If I find it, I'll put it in a link at the end of the video. That does look like fire. Wow. It's just kind of a last minute. It wasn't an idea I had, but, you know, I just threw it in there at the very end and that turned out really nice. And I'm glad I put the neon magenta on top there. That's Marvelous Magenta Neon. Wow, that's just cool. I'll be listing the tiki soaps pretty soon. So I'll have a little series of soaps with that Hawaiian theme, as I told you, and then including the Pua Kenny Kenny, which is a really fragrant flower, often made with love and care into those Hawaiian leis. It smells really great. And then here's that dark part right there, and I didn't really quite want it to be black, so that's really like a really deep midnight blue paired with the Clyde blue. Interesting that all the volcanoes look a little different, which is good. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. I want to get this channel to start growing again. A lot of time goes into the editing in particular. Oh my gosh. But I do it because I love to share. So happy that there's very few bubbles in this too. I might have cursed myself. Watch the next one, it's going to have a big bubble in it. But check out my Instagram as well, where I show a lot of the inspiration that I take in through my eyes on my walks. I try to go on walks every day, but that's not always possible. And website's open. Thanks for everyone who's been buying on the website. It's a big variety of soaps on there right now. And more to come with this series. And I appreciate your thumbs up and comments to this channel and Instagram as well. I try to answer all of them, although it kind of takes a while to do now. And we'll leave you on this one. Thanks for watching again, and we'll see you for the next video. Bye, everybody.